All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Going to throw right side here, complete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Here we go. Check curls.
Now Jackson on second down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 27 yards there, a first down. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Here we go, D, get off the field.
Again, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
15, Lonnie. Check. 49.
They'll run on first down. Crosby. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll try the left side. Crosby. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's where you belong.
Now the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Let's get off the field.
They'll run it now. Out we go. And He'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. On now is the Titans punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he gets it away, and it's a laser, headed for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. Right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Banks. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Jackson. Flush to his right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now it's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Hey, here we go. Mike, right there in the middle, 55. And let's get that.
Now Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
55, Mike, got 55. Okay.
Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing right, and that's complete. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Throwing is Jackson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks Knocks it through the goalpost, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try the left side. Crosby. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I'm coming. I'm not trying. I'm coming. Fofo's the mic. Mike's Fofo. I'm coming. Yes. I'm coming. 44. Mike. 44.
I smell fear. I smell fear in that offense.
44 is the mic. 44 is Mike. Check. Come on.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's what I'm talking about. Sacks all day, baby. Go ahead and take a seat. You can't stop me.
Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Check your hot read. Switch. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Shit. Ready, go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sione Taki just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
2nd 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Check 56. Record. Check nickel. Mike's 56. Cut. 56. Mike's 56. Right there. 56. Pick me up. Here we go.
Mike 56. Mike.
Zoom. Here it comes. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. He had a good amount of time to throw there, and at his level, he's going to pick you apart if you give him that time.
You have to increase your urgency. Whether you're blitzing, bringing extra pressure, or just your normal amount at him, you've got to get home, because if you don't, he picks up a 1st down just about every time, as he did there.
His throw caught right around the 6. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver?
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Good job.
From 6 yards away. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
50. Plant. Deep. Man up. Deep.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll get this one up to the 26. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Check. Check 9. Go on.
Operating from the gun. Love. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things out.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Play 56, Mike, 56. Here we go.
56, Mike.
Here's Jackson to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Being chased. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson got his man complete over the middle. It's Banks. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check 26, check 26.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Mike's 56. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Max box. Right. Hey. Motion.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 50.
Echo.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
23-yard line.
52 right here. 52. You're trapped. You're trapped. 52's the light.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's what I'm talking about.
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback. Set sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, Love. And this one complete to Reed.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
44's Mike. Check. Alpha. 44's to Mike. 44's to Mike. I got wide. Fofo's to Mike. Mike's Fofo.
To throw on 3rd down. Love. And that's caught by Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Silver. Hey, switch gears. 22 jet bomber. Stay. Bravo. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Danny. Go.
On 1st and 10. Love. And this one complete to Smith. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding a hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Check 52's the Mike. Check 52's the Mike. Watch the run. Why? Who? Mike 52. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. You go tight. Man. You got tight right there.
2nd and 4. Eluding the pressure right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Orbit. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
You ain't going nowhere.
Mike 52. Mike 52. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Check.
Watch the shift.
Operating from the gun. Long. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dub for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, he's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. That's it.
Jackson now. He'll rifle this one deep right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Well, he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
44's the mic. 44's mic. Check.
We on.
Back to throw. Love. He'll go over the middle to Reed. Complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw is Jackson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Banks. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Jackson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's the 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Back now in Nashville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. On third down, Jackson steps away to his left. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. 4th down. Here's Jackson. That is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. This quarterback now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Quit talking. What?
Jackson now from the gun, he'll throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like him? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilkins. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time? Hopefully with a chance to win.
Looking to throw. Love. And his throw is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
52's the mic, boys. 52. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Ready.
From the gun on third down. Love into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. There he goes, left side. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is taken at his 4. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
44. Box track. 44.
Ready.
Throwing after the interception. Love. He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 24.
Jaguars 31, Titans 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Back to throw. Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Jackson on first down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check, 56. Mike's 56.
Looking to throw. Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Jackson's pass
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. He's played a great game. He continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And they still need 6 yards here on third down after the penalty.
56 to Mike. 56. Right. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. Hey. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover. Check 31, check 31. Get her all. Rest. Set, go.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Jaguars on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Now Jackson operating from the gun. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
H3, 218, chopper, chopper.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Football's to Mike. Mike,
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Switch. Echo.
Check four.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Go. After you. I'm coming after you. New Mike 52, Mike 52. Watch the curl. Exit.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Hayward. 52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. All you get is a headache. Stand up.
Operating from the gun. Love. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
The 11-yard line.
They run it again with Hill. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.